Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to the Kootenay map. Yes, indeed, as you can see, I'm still working away at getting this field delogged. Unlogged? Oh, yeah, that's what we like to see. Just pivot around sideways. Perfect. Oh, and stick right up. There we go. I actually managed to get a couple of them right end to end, so they pushed each other along. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. So I do hope everyone is doing well. I'm actually just killing a bit of time here because we're about to get into that dim part where it gets hard to work. So, yeah. As soon as that happens, because our house is miles and miles and miles away, I'm just going to go do what I usually do, which is hide in the corner. And as this map has some sort of super time equipped, I can actually accelerate through the night pretty quickly. The only thing it kind of messes with a little bit is the honey production. Well, it doesn't mess with it, it just kind of wastes a bit of time because it could, in fact, produce a couple of boxes of honey over that period of the night. And because you accelerate it so quickly, you don't collect them, and so therefore the pad sits there full. When it could be producing another pallet. But yeah, we're getting that tinge of color that tells me we're almost done here for the day. And it is in fact 7:15 in the evening. Now you'll notice I'm cutting a whole bunch more logs, even though when we first started this map, when I ended up cutting down a whack of them, it kind of killed the map. I think up where we were, there was issues with a couple of the trees, especially one in particular that I cut down, that wasn't completely grounded to start with. There you are. Now you're on there, aren't you? No? Ooh. And I think that's why everything from that point on just exasperated. Because as you can see, I'm pretty sure we've got a good, I don't know, 10 trees or so cut here. And so far, it seems to be all right. Well, I'll tell you, every once in a while, it just makes the most perfect little log pile. And then it'll do something like that, where for no reason at all, the other one will just stick to it. Alright. But all in all, not a bad machine to use. If you do this kind of one by one, I won't call it manual, but this sort of tree farming, FDR logging, the modding group, I would imagine it would be, considering how prolific amount of stuff that's out there. But FDR modding, their logging stuff is really good. Like if you buy a button top crane for loading your wood into a trailer, it will actually pick the wood up and load it like you would kind of expect it to, as opposed to just, some random act of physics that Giants thinks might, pass as moving a log on occasion. However, it's also a pretty expensive kit. Which, I mean, as it would be, IRL, most of that sort of gear, I mean, not that this thing is cheap, it's whatever, $250,000, but, we're kind of making up for it in the fact that our logging truck is, worth less than a motorcycle, and Still does a darn good job, and auto loads. Yeah. I'll try and finish off a row here. And then I think we're going to call her for the night. And first thing tomorrow morning, we will not be picking these up. We will be peeling our soybeans out of the field. Because sitting at 80%... Ah, there's the other tire. I find it much easier to work this thing if I always bother to center it again when I'm done. Otherwise, I just go driving off at really weird tangents and crash into things. Yeah, I know. I do that. Well, it was only, what, last episode I rolled a logging truck? Maybe the episode before. So I suppose it's not entirely the issue of not having this thing lined up. But it certainly makes it easy for a simple fool like me. Or easier, I should say. Okay, I don't usually like to poke these right at the cab when I'm cutting them. That's just, yeah. And this one's right through the forehead. Perfect, yes. Indeed. No, you're actually part of the next row, aren't you? So, I don't think that's on there. No, I didn't think so. There we go. Couldn't grab because I was dragging it on the ground. Don't want to be doing that. Nah, yeah. I was just going to say, see what a nice job this one's doing of stacking them? And then it all turns into some kind of lollipop. Alright. Let's get the heck out of here. It's an incredibly maneuverable piece of equipment for its size. You know, I mean, you can actually wind it in and out of these trees fairly effortlessly. Even I don't usually crash into things. So, there we go. So as you can see, we are, I mean, you know, putting a dent in it. The farm was not built in a night, or a day, or whatever the heck the expression is. Rome, that was it. Rome was not built in a day. Yeah, we're 50% of the way across, he says, very optimistically. Boy, that's a few dollars worth of timber laying there, isn't it? That's going to fatten up our purse come morning. How's this doing? 100% ready. All right. Well, and what we're going to do... Critters are okay? Yeah. The sheep could do with being a little cleaner, but, I mean, you know, who am I to complain about the sheep's personal hygiene, let's face it. All right, let's, yeah, there we are. We just hit 9 o'clock. All the rest of the lights came on, so let's, Oh, this one doesn't have the super speed. That's the other map. Oh. Oy vey. So we're only going to be doing like a minute a second. Well, that's not bad. I mean, a second a minute? A second a minute an hour. That's it. Yes. However, look at them bees go. Yeah, you can see them getting a few of these together, right? So, here, let me turn my flashlight on. Let's run down the hill. Run down the hill. Hello, can you put me up for the night? We don't know you. Go away. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's grab these off of here because they're going to immediately respawn at 120x. There we go. And boom. Buddy! Yes, indeed. That'll give us something else to do too, won't it? Alright, there's all of our... Well, we made $660 from something. Everything else, as you can see, was pretty much a bust. $3,000 from vehicles, $1,400 for running costs, $281, $1,370 for animal upkeep. My lord. The bills, they just pour in, don't they? Yeah, okay, those are... I don't know why I didn't bring a box with me up the hill. That was kind of dopish. Alright, come on. 1:15 in the morning. She's a gooin'. 2. Yeah, let's grab this. La-da-da-dee. This is what I usually do at night, is things like this. Run the bee boxes back and forth. Stack them all up there. And then we can just gently pitch them into a trailer and drive them down the hill at our leisure. Whoop. Gotta remember to radio the tower before I try and take off of this place, I'll tell you. Indeed. How are we doing here? 240. We're halfway there, guys. I really thought this was the... oh, man. By the time I get down here for that last box, these ones will be ready to pull off the sheets again. So that's what I mean. It'll make 2 full boxes in that period of time. And normally during the day, it's not a big deal. You wander by, you kick the box off. Let's carry on and grab another when it comes due. Oh, see, these ones are ready already. So, off you get. Nice. Are you ready as well? Sure you are. Man, we're really working them bees, eh? Crack that whip, bees. Alright. Let's get down the hill. Grab those, chuck the other ones off the pallets, and that should pretty much be it for the night. Yeah, there is no rest for the weary, I tell you. Boom. Ta-da! Yep, you're full as well. Poof. Excellent. And you. Alright. And how's our little friend over here? Yep. Okay, man. There we are. Back down to 5x. I normally get up at 5 o'clock or just before that in the mornings in real life, so I don't see why I would sleep in when I'm working on a farm. Does not make sense to me. So we still got a couple of boxes down the hill to pick up, but as you can see, add that to a little milk and we'll have, I don't know, $1 billion. Let's just call it $1 billion. Alright, I expect this to be nothing but 100% ready. Ooh, 100% ready. Let's do this thing. Yes. Always happy when it starts up in the morning, you know. Everything good back there? Yep, yeah. Of course, no straw. This is soybean. So. There we go. It has begun. Lovely. So, hey, big shout out to all of my Patreon subscribers. I sure do appreciate it, guys. It's, as I've said a couple of times now, been a bit of a struggle since I giveth up the MCN for paying me for me YouTubery. I mean, you know, with my views, it's not like I make a lot anyway. But when you're on a fixed income, you know, Even if you're making $20 or $30 on the side doing something, and it's a constant, you budget that into your general way of life, you know. So yeah. But again, really appreciate it. To all of my okay, what the heck, Billy? Well. Okay. Aw, really? Uh-oh. Hip. Okay. What have we done? What have we done? Oh, man. We're hung up on the front axle. And how much do you want to bet you're full? Oh, you're not. Brilliant. I'll tell you, this whole Volvo sure gets used for a lot, eh? Flipping over logging trucks with it. Now we gotta take care of this guy. Now I'm wondering if I can suck a little bit of wood chip out here, you know? Not nearly enough, I don't think. Not nearly enough. Alright, well, I don't want to go spinning my tires in the crop, so I think what I'll do here, see if we can't push him forward. There we go. There you are. That, my friend, should do it. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Okay, just one of those little interruptions. And in we get. There we are. It's just like nothing. Whoops, nothing ever happened. He's a wild man. There we go. Okay. Well, let's hope that's the only one of those. How the heck I ended up getting sawdust that far out into the field? Wow. That's pretty strange stuff. No. Let's hope that's the only issue we run into this harvest. How are we doing for beans? Ew. Oh well, we know this is not a huge crop maker, soybean. Worth good money, but we're actually going to not be selling it. We got all of that to sell, after all. It's going to more than pay for the fields and the first, probably the first few plantings of those fields too. Selling the timber off them, just like real life. I'm gonna say, I think most of the province I'm living in worked that way. People paid for their properties and their houses by selling the timber off that was on them. It's always been good money. I would think it's probably decreased a little bit now that newsprint isn't such a big thing as it used to be. And I mean, this is from someone who actually lives in a town where newsprint was the lifeblood of this actual community. The pulp and paper mill here that used to employ some, I think at its peak about 2,400 people, but on average about 2,000, and is now less than 200, by the way. Might even be closed at the moment, I'm not sure. But newsprint was their bread and butter. They produced huge, vast tracts of newsprint, which is a type of paper, for those of you that are going, what's he on about? Newsprint, paper mills. Yeah, no, it's a type of paper that, well, I guess rather obviously is used to make newspapers. So, yeah. And this happened to be one of the largest newsprint mills in the world at one point in time. But, yeah. Not anymore, of course. It's changed hands a few times and all of that sort of thing. Used to belong to Macmillan Blodell. Belonged to a company called Catalyst Paper. Yeah. I don't know. One of those deals. One of those deals. But at any rate, as I say, I'm sure that with the decrease in demand for what was undoubtedly, well, I suppose Amazon makes up for it making boxes, but with the decrease in newsprint, I would certainly think that the price of, the sheep are drowning in their own grass spit. The price of lumber, or not lumber, but trees themselves, has probably gone down. Or maybe that's why lumber has gone up so bad. Because what they used to make from forestry resources on paper, they don't anymore. Maybe now they have to count on making it off of housing materials, so they charge, $20 for a freaking 2x4. It's crazy, man. Just crazy. I remember as a kid, if you wanted to build something, you just wandered around and collected scrap wood. People thought nothing, of buying an 8-foot 2x4, using a 5-foot length of it, and calling the 3-foot piece scrap. Thought nothing of it. Now, my God, if it's longer than 4 inches long, they'll basically sell it to you. Yeah. Kind of feel bad for kids these days. How the heck do you build tree forts and stuff? And there's no more wood around. Well, maybe you build it out of scrap plastic. I don't know. I ain't a kid anymore. No idea how that stuff takes. Oh boy, we're like almost halfway through the field, and we're just over halfway through a harvester full. This really doesn't make for the big yields, this stuff, I'm afraid. But hey, something different than logging. But I think we all knew that logging was just going to be a thing on this map. Alright. Just gonna be a thing. a very profitable thing, I add, but yeah. So, sheep. Oh, look, they're getting a third bale together. Yeah, I gotta clean their thing, but that's full of wood chips, and the trailer's about to be full of soybean. Well, not for long by the look of it. Considering we're only at 74%, which is about how far through the field we are, in all honesty. So, yeah. 13% cleanliness on the sheep. Oh, man. Can you imagine what they smell like? Actually, I've smelled sheep, and to be honest with you, I don't think I'd be that fond of the smell of sheep even when they were at 100% cleanliness. They have kind of an unusual odor, for sure. How are we doing? 82%. Yeah, we're not quite gonna finish, are we? It's gonna be one of those ones that's gonna be just close enough. But that's alright. I think we can fit this this harvester several times over into the trailer. Well, not the harvester, but the grain contained within. Yeah. Oops, am I actually getting all of that, or am I... Oh, I can't tell. That's what I thought. I could feel it coming apart. Come on. There you go. There you go. Yeah. It is a pretty neat old bit of kit, isn't it? Just fine. Oops. How close are we here? 95? Well, we might make the end of the row. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright, pipes out. Let's get up there and grab a trailer. Should be ready to go. Should be. You empty? Yep, you're empty. Cool. Oh, I hope that clears the tractor. No. Oh, well. Oh, it's not going to clear the trailer either? All kind of embarrassing. Oh, goody. There you go. Be that way. See if I can't cope. Alright. Yeah, man. Suck it up. There you go. Yeah. I'm out of here. Get this last little bit. Of course, it's not going to be even because our field is not exactly a rectangle. And I don't exactly drive in a straight line, so between those two things, the odds of that ending perfectly on a strip were pretty scarce. And there we go. Yeah, I have to come back and pick up some straggle. Most definitely. So yeah, soybean's not a huge producer, right? Wow. Not at all. Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of strips to make up down at this end. Wow. Alrighty then. Yeah, I've given up doing it pretty. We're just gonna do it. Indeed. I love how it kind of animates like there's a whole row in front of it, even when you're down to just a few. Makes you not feel so fussy about always going after those. That was the weirdest bit of green floaty I've ever seen in this game, man. I'm sure it was like checking me out. I was almost getting shivers. It's an alien. Yep. They've come to take over my farm. Yeah, look at how wide a swath we're cutting through here. Kind of makes it hard to make sure you're actually on the edges. Alright. And bingo, that's a field. Pop that pipe out again. Awesome. So yeah, I mean, you know, 807, yeah. All in all, not great, but considering, I mean, it's not a tiny field. No, not, oops. We just scraped by. Literally scraped by. Well, I don't see any red paint on the roof of the tractor, so they can't prove it. There we are. Let's take her back up the hill. And then we'll go down and take a total and call her a day, guys. Do really appreciate all of you stopping by to catch the harvest here on the Kootenay Valley Homestead hard mode map. Yes, indeed, it is a mouthful. Alright, we can only park up to the roof, otherwise, well, oddness will ensue. How we doing? Little more. Little more. And stop. Perfect. Alright. How you doing there, Hive Meisters? 73, okay. So you're still good. Gotta get them sheep clean, man. Next time. We will do that the next time. So remember, if you like what you saw here today, don't forget to hit that like button. Really helps out. Subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget, you can share and favorite and do all those weird YouTube-y things. Till next time, though, and most importantly, take care of yourselves, guys. You know, it is still out there, so be careful. Ciao for now.